Hello and welcome to another update video about LINK. LINK continues to be in this choppy range. Yeah, we have a lot of overlapping price action, and the move from the 5th of March low is similar to Bitcoin actually, even though Bitcoin's is a little bit clearer. But the move from the 5th of March low doesn't really leave us with a very clear pattern to determine basically what's going on here. So there's no real, very clear pattern that we could use here to understand what's going on. Well, there is a count, there are different potentials. The problem is, due to the overlapping price action, a lot of different possibilities apply, and probabilities are fairly unclear on the lower time frame. But I would still like to see the price possibly stretch a little bit higher towards the $25-26 range, but that will change as soon as we get a break below $19.25. That's still this small low point that formed on the 8th of March, this swing low, because in the event of a break, the microstructure that I have put onto the chart here, this is basically getting invalidated. So if we see a break below this small wave 2 low, because we see the move down here that occurred on the 5th of March as a wave 4, and the move up possibly as a wave 5. So basically the last wave of this move to the upside, which started in June last year. So I think we're really navigating the last stages in an increasingly choppy fashion. So we have to be very much aware that this trend could finish at any point. As mentioned in previous videos, we've reached minimum expectations, even a little bit more than that. I can still make a case for higher prices, but I would not be surprised at this stage if support levels break. And also it would count as a full pattern. So the difference to, had we broken down here, from January lows to where if we break down here is now we actually have a 5-wave pattern. And that's pretty good, and that's potentially bullish long term. Whereas had we broken down here from the January lows, it was only a 3-wave move up, or a very, very questionable 5-wave move. Now we have a pretty healthy 5-wave move to the upside from the June lows of last year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's pretty much clearly a 5-wave pattern that has unfolded. And even on the smaller time frames, I can make the case for a 5-wave move up from this circle wave 4 low from the 7th of January. So 5 waves up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The problem is that due to the choppy nature of this increase, different structures could apply here. I count it as a 5-wave move, obviously, here to the upside, in which we're now in the 5th wave. And that 5th wave is ideally still unfolding because it sort of looks incomplete. As you can see, we only have a 3-wave move to the upside. The problem is that it doesn't really give me a very good feeling that it's already complete on the smaller time frame. So I can still make a case for higher prices. But Elliott wave tells us very clearly what the invalidation point for this assumption would be. And it is this micro wave 2 low that occurred on the 8th of March at, as I said, $19.25. So as long as this low point is holding, we can still focus on higher prices. Next, the price should move up in wave C of 3. Possibly to reach $23.90, that would be the next level. Maybe even $25.55, then a wave 4 and a wave 5. But we had a bit of a green candle there today, but we haven't seen a break above the A wave high. That would be next evidence to say that wave C has started. And then, maybe it's all about, okay, maybe one more high, maybe 2 more highs. But in this region at the moment, just be aware that we could top at any time. I will still look for higher prices though, as long as we're holding overall the orange support zone, because even if we break below that $19.20 level or $19.25 level, there are still other patterns that could apply. For example, this wave 4 might just reset and we had a larger, WXY structure, even though not great, but the X wave could just be a little higher. And it certainly allows for different interpretations. But the thing is, as long as we're holding the $16.80 level, which is the next really relevant level after we break below $19.25. Well, as long as we're holding that level, the focus can still be on high. We just need to be ready that maybe the microstructures need to change here. So I don't see a very clear setup. It's now moving really in the last stages of this uptrend. Could still reach like, $25.50 to $30, but it's just increasingly choppy. Okay, so you have to decide what that means for you. I can only highlight that also in line with Bitcoin, Ethereum, I think we are close to a deeper pullback. It's not confirmed yet. I have very, very clearly stated which levels need to break to confirm that on the Bitcoin chart, but also here on the LINK chart. So I think it's, again, message is we need to be cautious here. We're at the end of a 5-wave pattern. Throughout the last few months, we've consistently been watching for higher prices. And now, still, but only on the smallest time frames, the larger time frame pattern is now technically complete. Now, that's not bearish, but it means that we have to be ready also mentally. That's much more important, mentally, for a wave 2 pullback that could occur to bring us down maybe into the low $12 region. That's my update about LINK. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.